Hi, this is Jimmy. I am here to share about the English language, and I want to talk about how do we study grammar, for example. If we look at quantum physics or quantum science, it is a subject where we study from the smallest particle, which is the atom, to the biggest particle, so that we can see how the building blocks form bigger and bigger objects, and we can also deconstruct the biggest object into smaller components and see how everything is interconnected. Similarly, when we look at the English sentences, for example, we see that the smallest constituent is the letter from the English alphabet, like A, B, C, D, until all the way to Z or Z. And then the next smallest would be the word. And we can actually divide the word further into a prefix and a suffix. But I won't get into too much technical detail. So generally speaking, we start from the smallest constituent, which is the letter A, B, and so on, and then following that is the word, and then from the word we form phrases. A phrase is a string of words that has a meaning but is not a complete sentence. And something bigger than a phrase is a clause. A clause is like a phrase, but it is also slightly different in the sense it's the same as the phrase because it is also not a complete sentence. Not always, although it can be. But a clause is bigger than a phrase, and I won't go into detail. Maybe in another video or another episode I'll talk about that. And following the clause is we have the sentence, and by that I mean the complete sentence, which begin with the capital letter and ending with a punctuation like a full stop, exclamation mark, or a question mark. And a sentence is considered complete when it has at least two, generally speaking, at least two we will say word classes, which is the noun and the verb, or the subject and the verb. Like he runs, he is the subject, run is the verb, so we consider that as a complete sentence. And sentence can be much longer, and we have a simple sentence, we have what we call a complex sentence, and the other one is another kind of sentence which I can't remember offhand. But generally speaking, we have a sentence at this level. Following that is we can say is a paragraph. A paragraph is consists of at least two, usually at least two sentences, two or more. And from a paragraph, if we go high up the scale, we have what we call a text type or a chapter. Yeah, we can call it a chapter. Let's say if you are writing a book, maybe a book has 10 chapters. So one chapter would have, each of the 10 chapters will have a number of paragraphs. And further up from the chapter, we have we can call it a text type, which is a category of a document. It can be a book, an article, and a record, and so on. So the reason I want to talk about English language in terms of the scale is so that you can have an idea of a context in which you can understand the various constituents of the English language, starting from the smallest, which is the letter, and all the way up to the text type, which is the finished form of a written product, which can be a book, an article, a journal, a newspaper, and so on. So let's say if you want to write a book, how do you organize a book in a way that people can understand clearly? By first writing in such a way that you are able to form all the various constituents, the words, sentences, the paragraph, into a coherent form that you can call a book. And how do we organize all these little constituents into a coherent form? I think it's probably better to start. One way is to start from the smallest to the greatest. That means to understand how you can put together the letters, words, and sentences into organized sections, and then how do you arrange these sections to form a book. So that's one way. The other way is to work backwards. From the finished product, we go backwards from the book, and then we analyze how the chapters are arranged and so on. So these are my thoughts for now. I do not know why I want to touch on this, but I see a parallel between the English language, the constituents of the English language, and what we learn in science. We also start from the smallest when we study science, the atom, followed by I think we can, if I remember correctly, atom, and it's made up of a molecule, and molecule it forms a bigger substance, like maybe an object. It can be inanimate object like a chair, or animate object like a human body or a plant or animal. And as we go further up the scale, we see the building, the countryside, the continent, and the planet Earth. And then as we go further, we have the outer space, the stars and the solar systems, planets, the galaxy, and the universe. So this is my topic for now. May the universe be with you, and grace and peace be with you. I see you next time. Bye.